Oh, San Antonio Spurs. They had a perfect game. They didn't have a perfect game. But when it was in the clutch, I think that we finally got to see, at least fans got to see. I've been preaching this the entire time, to be real with you guys. But there is a skeleton here. There's a skeleton of a good team. There's a foundation here that is something special. And I keep saying this, you can say whatever you want. You can say this player's tradable, this player's tradable. No, I would trade him. The three I would not trade, like I wouldn't even want to have a discussion about, is Devin Vassell, Victor Wembanyama, and Sochan. And then the fourth would be Keldon. And then Keldon is kind of like one of those where it's like, well, you gotta make me an offer, right? Make me an effing offer. Wait, where's that from? Okay, that's gonna bother me now. Oh God, what is that from? God, what movie is that from? Make me an offer. What movie is that from? Guys, please, somebody. I know this is supposed to be a segment. We're supposed to talk about the Spurs, but now this is going to really bother me. No one knows? Oh, God. Oh, God. Now I got to look it up. Oh, my God. Offer movie scene. No, it's not Godfather. Oh my God, what is it? Who said that? Django? No, it's not Django. Godfather? No. Make me an offer. What is it? Is it? Did Denzel say it? Oh my God, who said it? Oh no, I don't know. Oh God. Is it Training? No, it's not Training Day. What is it? Make me a scene. This is gonna really bother me now. Shrek, really, Swish? I hate y'all so much, bro. Show me the money. No, it's not. What are you talking? No, Captain America. You guys are just saying names now. This is gonna really irk me. Oh my God. We can't talk about the Spurs. We can't talk about the Spurs. I need to know what movie this is. Make me an effing offer. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. You got, how would you guys have known this is the movie? You wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have known that this is the movie. DMX said it. DMX said it in this movie, in this god-awful movie. Hold on. I liked it as a kid. This movie. Yeah, this movie right here, Cradle to the Grave. Yeah, God, how would you have known that? You guys wouldn't have known that. No one would have thought, oh yeah, Cradle to the Grave. Yeah, that's what he said. You should give me an effing offer. No, you guys wouldn't have known that. This is so abstract. Yeah, like it's just, it's a pretty bad action movie. I liked it as a kid though. Clan's favorite ever is Soul Plane. Do not make me go on a tangent on how harmful Soul Plane is to society, okay? That's the worst movie ever. It's just full of stereotypes. It's not even funny. It's just stereotype. You know, and Boondocks, at least Boondocks understands that, yeah, you do a stereotype, but then you have someone that grounds it, right? You have Huey who grounds it. So there is some type of message. Soul Plane wasn't a message. It was just, hey, if black people had a plane, they would just have fried chicken in 40 ounces. Like, come on, man. That's not funny. This is a stereotype. Okay. Swish said it, so I can't. I knew what you were doing. You're a troll. Okay, all right. San Antonio Spurs. How many minutes? We're 4 minutes in. Okay, Spurs. We played good. We did good. Everyone did good. I'm happy with them. All right. Yeah, we'll go player to player. Okay. All right, Champagnie. I was very confused with Champagnie. Because when he was on the court, wait, who was it? It was him, Devin Vassell, Trey Jones, Collins. And was it Sochan? And I think it was Sochan. They were not on the same page with Julian at all. And it made me believe that it was just Julian's fault. Because Devin Vassell had a really bad turnover where he threw it to no one. And then the exact same thing happened at Zach Collins. And both of them were aiming towards Champagnie. So either both of them just had major brain farts at the end, or Champagnie wasn't where he was supposed to be. I have no idea. It was very strange. I don't know. But overall, he's fine. I think a lot of fans expect more from him. I think he's a serviceable 3-and-D. I wouldn't necessarily want him gone or anything. I think that when it's all said and done, though, he'll be a bench guy, and he would be a perfect bench guy, like perfect. I don't think that he's a starting shooting guard. I mean, he's not playing shooting guard. A starting small forward in the NBA. I just don't. But he did fine. He did fine. He's a nice little placeholder until we can move him to the bench if the Spurs were to keep him. Not a Champagnie fan, respectively. Yeah. It's always Julian's fault. Yeah, exactly. Start Barlow over Julian? I wouldn't start Barlow over Julian, no. Because at that point, Barlow has to move to power forward or small forward. And at this point, after watching enough of it, I'm not comfortable with neither Sochan or Barlow being out of the power forward position. Like, I don't want them running small forward. I think, well, yeah, we seen Barlow hit a couple, corner threes, and that's great and dandy. I just don't know how much impact he'll be as a wing opposed to as a power forward, his natural position. So, no. I think right now this starting lineup is fine. It's just that when it's all said and done, I don't think Julian will be a starter in the NBA or starter with us. I think he'll be, Julian. Oh, this is what Switch said. Julian was looking hard for those backdoor cuts, and nobody seemed to expect that. Oh, you think? Okay, so maybe that's what it was. Because I definitely was like, we are not on the same page here, to the point where I thought it might have just been Julian's fault, but I don't know. It could be both. Just like when you get in a car accident, they usually say, both people are. Well, they don't say both people are at fault, but they always say if one person was paying attention, more than likely you could have prevented it. So I don't know. I guess in a way, it's all three of their faults for those turnovers, but I don't know what was going on. It was very strange. Anyways, Sochan, we'll get to you in a minute. Wemby, we're gonna get to you in a minute. Trey Jones, he played well. I always feel like I have the same reaction every game with Trey Jones. It's like some people get onto me for not giving him enough praise, but he's just one of those players where I know what he is, and I'm happy, like, because he's solid and he is going to be who he is, and it's fine. Like, I like it. Like, this game, this is incredible. Like, 11 points, 12 assists, 3 steals, 8 rebounds. He came to play, right? He missed his threes, which, funny enough, that's uncharacteristic of him over the past month. But I don't know, man. He's just so solid. I guess I don't get too excited because I don't really see like a ceiling. I mean, the only thing I can think of with Trey Jones is that he just gets a little bit better at 3-point shooting. But he's solid. I mean, I like what he is, and I think that he'll be a very good backup point guard once we have our team intact. Devin, we'll get to you in a minute. Zach Collins, I don't understand where the Zach Collins hate's coming from. I don't understand. There's been so many people that have been having recency bias where they've been seeing Don Barlow and they say Don Barlow's a better player than Zach Collins. I don't know what you're talking about. Don Barlow, while I think that his ceiling might be higher than Zach Collins at this point, Zach Collins is by far a better player than Don Barlow. Not only that, Zach Collins is an actual center. Or he's not actual center, he's a power forward, but he can run center. He can play center better than Don Barlow, especially defensively. And his passes, I would argue, I mean, I know that there's metrics for this. I think Wemby is number 2 amongst forwards, 2 or 3 amongst forwards, his most versatility passing. Hold on, let me see. I might already have this saved. If I don't, we'll just move on. But let me check real quick. Yeah, I might have this saved. Gosh, if it comes up. Jeez. What's my computer running like this? Let's see if I got it saved. Got a lot of stuff saved. I don't think I do. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Here you go. Top 5 forwards in passing versatility. LeBron and then Victor Wembanyama is 2. Insane, by the way. So as far as passing versatility, he's really high. I wonder where Zach Collins lands. Because I'll tell you this, his versatility in passing has been very impressive. And I would argue that he might be the second to third best passer we have on this team. Like, he's just so good at it. There was a give and go with him and Devin Vassell, and it was just so sweet. It was an easy dunk for Devin. It was so sweet. But yeah, so I don't know where all the hate comes from with Zach Collins. I think it's just some, what have you done for me lately type stuff, type behavior with him. But Don Barlow, I love him. I want to keep him. I think that he's going to end up being better than Zach, but he's not a better player than Zach. We've definitely been struggling with Zach not being there in the paint. So I don't know where people come from with that. Moving on. Doug McDermott. I think the Spurs are trying their best to at least give him some minutes. I still don't see versatility in playing him other than they're going to trade him soon. I really don't understand it at this point. So it's probably just they're going to trade him, giving him 10 minutes, just throw him in there. But yeah, I'll be honest in saying, like, yeah, he's a threat from deep, but like, he's not really helping this team. He doesn't really even fit with what we got going right now. So hopefully they just go ahead and trade him. He's just not what we need, and he can go to maybe a contender. That would be nice, but I don't have anybody in mind right now. I miss Jakob. I miss Jakob too. Okay. But I will say, when Jakob was here, him and Zach Collins, defensively, their metrics were merely the same, except Zach Collins could shoot. He was shooting better than Jakob, so it made sense to go ahead and move him, Osman, he was Osman. He did a good job. 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He fits. Like, he's a typical Spur or whatnot. Not crazy about his defense, but if you get a team that's strong enough, then it won't stand out as bad. Defensively strong enough, it won't stand out as bad. Keldon Johnson, my boy. While, yeah, this is great. I know last game he had more points. This was by far a better game from him. By far. Keldon is a pretty good player when he's not forcing stuff all the time. He forced a few, but when he's not forcing stuff all the time and he's just playing his role and he's kind of blending into the offense, he's pretty doggone good. And I think he did well this game. So good job for Keldon. Oh, and defensively, I would have to go back and look, but defensively, I don't think he was as bad as normal. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Malachi barely played. I think Pop is just trying to give him just a few minutes here and there, so he doesn't get rusty. He's a work in progress for sure, but we'll see. But nothing special there. He got a point. Statistically, got an assist. I mean, he was in for four minutes and he gave you 2 points. Well, 4 points. I don't know if the assist was on a 3 or not. I'm not sure. But he got you a rebound and assist, 2 points. That's all you can ask for right there. And then Blake Wesley, 3 for 4. But at this point right now, I'm not necessarily expecting him to get us any offensive statistics. Like this is a plus for me. If he has 2 points in a game, it's a plus for me, because I don't think that he's developed that side of his game well enough yet. Like, he still has to become a better finisher, more consistent finisher, and when he gets his opportunities to be able to hit it. But he doesn't take a lot of shots, but he definitely blends in, and his defense is so good. And like Pop said the other night, he's forcing them to give him minutes. So I love Blake Wesley, and I love that he's getting reps. I just don't necessarily think he's necessarily there as far as his offensive game or anything. But yeah, we can't trade Collins this year. Is it because the extension? I don't know the rules. Swish knows all the rules. He knows all that stuff. Tell the chat why we can't trade Collins this year. Is it the extension? I didn't even once think about trading Collins anyway. I'm not even really worried about it. But yeah, so good stuff there. Let's see. Free throws were great, blah, blah, blah. All right, so the people we want to talk about, okay? Like I said, Sochan, Wemby, Devin. These three are the Power Rangers. I don't want to see Sochan hate. Me neither. Oh, here it is. Swisher says 6-month trade restrictions from his contract extensions since it was signed after training camp and more than a 10% raise. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if it was because of the extension. So it makes sense. Cool. Well, you can't trade him anyway. Anyways, okay, so Sochan, Wemby, Vassell, good guy. This is kind of the foundation here, okay? This is the foundation. Now, this is what frustrates me, though. I hate the fact that Sochan has to give these people, not you guys, okay? You in the chat, you're smart. You know these things. But they have to give, Sochan has to give you 23 points, 8 for 11 scoring. He got to go 50% from 3. He got to hit all his free throws. He has to have 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks for people to come out and say, you know, Sochan's pretty good. That's ridiculous, okay? He is a glue guy. I am not expecting him to put up this many points at all. What impressed me the most is that everything that he's worked on, as far as his three-point shooting and his free throw shooting, it shined through when it mattered most. I could care less about how many points he gets because he gives you so much value in other areas. But all I would need from him is just hit it when it matters. When people close in on Wemby, when they're worried about Vassell, that's when all that hard work Sochan did pays off. And he was clutch with it. He knocked down that 3 with conviction. He was not nervous. Popovich wrote it up. He said, we're going to Sochan here. Boom. Easy 3. They weren't expecting it. And then he instantly on the other play, they closed in, made us, I think Sean Elliott said this, made a sandwich with Wemby, and he just went in there, took the foul, went to the line, knocked down both of them. That's what you want. And I hate that he has to have this good of a game. And like when I praise him, it's frustrating because I praised him tonight on Twitter, and there's people that hit me up like, I guess he has to have this type of game for anybody to say. No, he doesn't, actually. He doesn't. Oh, you can talk stuff now, Clan, because he had this type of game. No, I've been talking stuff this entire time, okay? His game is good. Oh, gosh, I just had hiccups. It's good. He doesn't have to put up this many points. He doesn't. He shines through in so many different ways. I could care less about it. Sochan can average his whole career 6 points a game, and he gives you a lot of utility. Because of his defense. Because of his defense, because his versatility in passing. He's a glue guy. He doesn't have to. This is where you can kind of see, oh, there's a lot of potential here, right? Like this is where you see, oh my goodness, he could be something serious. Yeah, he possibly can. His ceiling is really high, but his floor is also good enough for me. Sorry. His floor to me is like Draymond Green. And for a championship team, you can get a lot of utility out of a guy like that. So, I don't know. I hate that he has to like literally shoot 100% and have 2 blocks and a steal for people to come out and say, hey, he's kind of good. Yeah, he's been good. You just don't pay attention because you're, hyper fixating on the points here and the fact that Wemby didn't get the ball 5 million times. Anyways, that's my rant there. Wemby, he was a little rusty, but at the beginning of the game, but then again, I mean, he's been gone, right? And this is like one of his bad games. And he gave you 24 points, 2 for 5 from 3, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 blocks. And this is one of his bad games, mind you. One of his bad games. So Wemby did really well. I'm happy with what we saw from Wemby here. And then Devin Vassell, he had some timely shots. He played the right way when we needed him most. I was very happy. These are the 3 where I truly sit back and say, This is the backbone. I don't know why people will say this. We could get rid of Sochan. Whatever. We can get rid of Vassell because they had, some bad shooting performances here and there. No, these are the guys that you want to keep around, and you start building around that. These are the three. These are the main three. Okay? These are the main three. They're very special. And one thing that I said before, Sochan and Wemby, the one thing about those two is good enough is not good enough. They work on their games endlessly. Victor, he has the size, he has the athleticism. He could have a very fulfilling career in the NBA if he was nothing more than a rebounder, defender, and teams will use that. And be a rim runner, whatever. Teams can use that, right? He could become a Jared Allen in the NBA, whatever. Have a fulfilling career, make a lot of money, get out, retire. Cool. But that's not good enough for him. He wants to be the greatest player of all time, so he's constantly working on other aspects of his game. It's not good enough that he can dunk. Oh yeah, I can dunk. Oh yeah, I can shoot around the rim. He's working on his jump shot. He's working on his post game. He's working on his passing ability. He's working on his basketball IQ. He's watching endless tape. That's what makes him special, and that's the same thing that makes Sochan special. While Sochan isn't as talented as Victor by any means, it's not good enough. He could have a career where it's like, well, my size, athleticism, I could be a rebounder, glue guy, and that's my career. No, they want to keep adding to their game. These two are special. They got ice in their veins, okay? And Sochan, he's not somebody that I think you should just hop up and get rid of. Like this type of personality, this type of nastiness that this guy has, it's not somebody you want to just get rid of. Just cause he has some bad shooting performances, so I'm gonna get rid of him. No. He will really come in handy when we get it together. Yeah. Aaliyah said, "Clan, did you miss me? I'm back, friend." What's up, Aaliyah? But yeah. Sochan has some Manu in him. Dude, Sochan and Wemby got Manu in him. And Devin Vassell, mind you, he played really tough in the clutch. I was really happy with him. But yeah, those two got Manu in them. Yeah. They got Mamba in them. So, good game overall, good performance overall. And not to mention on the other end, I mean, we played great defense. Good defense. I mean, they had 127 points, but Text said, "I'm here for the silver dancers. Just kidding, Clan. I'll be good." Yeah. But Sochan did a really good job on Kuzma tonight. I expected Kuzma not to have that many points. But man, they did spread it out, didn't they? Bagley with 21, 11, 16, 13, 16, 16, 14. I felt like their depth really shined through. And I'm starting to realize that about the Spurs, that we just don't have that much depth, right? We just don't have that much depth. Because we're definitely a better team than the Wizards. Like, I think that talent-wise, we have more talent than the Washington Wizards. But their depth was hurting us. We just don't have enough depth. That's unfortunate. I think the Wemby minutes restriction might be lifted pretty soon, guys. He had 28 points this game. Or 28 minutes this game. Yeah, we just have no depth coming off the bench. It's literally like Keldon who can score. And then what? Like, then we're screwed. What do we do? To be honest, Spurs are better than the Pistons, Wizards, and Hornets. They are. I agree. But good job. Good job from everybody. I'm excited. They did good. They did good. That's all I have to say about that. They did good.